Alternative Fat Chicago.
Chicago's #1 podcast.
Chicago. The city of Chicago. Alternative Fat Chicago.
Chicago's #1 podcast.
Audio file.
The city of Chicago.
So first of all,
Hello.
hi.
First of all, hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Hello.
We got to give it up for, first of all, Jeff and Blake from Brew With You. They killed it. Give it up for them.
Ow!
Sensible People Podcast. Give it up for them as well. I sincerely apologize to all the kids that were here.
Who are now scarred for life.
Yes, hopefully they're gone. My name's B.Hun. This is Cait, Alternative Fat
Can I
Chicago.
introduce myself?
I'm sorry, go
No,
for it.
let me introduce myself. My name's Cait. This is B.Hun. We
Yes.
are Alternative Fact Chicago.
So for
you.
all those who have not heard our show before, that is okay. You will love us by the end of the night. We cover music, sports, entertainment, Chicago news first and foremost. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. We like to say that we're pretty good, but thank you all for joining us here tonight. I am glad to be here. Thank you, of course, to SafeHouse Chicago
Yes.
for putting this event on. Give it up for SafeHouse as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, so if this is your first time hearing us tonight, welcome, all of our new fans. Make sure you check us out on social media, Facebook, Alternative Fact Chicago, same handle for Instagram, and on Twitter, AFact Chicago. I am Cait No Jenner. Yeah, you called me Cait first. C-A-I-T, No Jenner on Twitter, or on Instagram. Follow me.
And I'm at B.Hun 1984 on Twitter and Instagram as well. You can always email us sponsorship ideas. We're always looking for more sponsors. AlternativeFactChicago@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, Alternative Fact Chicago. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud, wherever you can find your favorite podcast platform. Make sure you check us out. You'll love what you see. This is what, episode 79?
79. 79.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
For a lot of podcasts do not make it to even 50 episodes, 25. So for us to be at 79, I think it's a great feat.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Ow.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Awesome. So what we like to do now, first, before we get into our topics, we're going to have a great show for you guys tonight. We always do each and every week. We do a fan of the week. We have a lot of listeners, a lot of people that follow the show all across the country. But this week, our fan of the week is actually here in the audience.
in the house.
In the house, we're going to give it up for Jason Lloyd right there. Give it up for him. Jason Lloyd is our fan of the week. He's on Instagram at Jason A. Lloyd. Once again, follow him at Jason A. Lloyd. That's my guy. He's always he always listens to the show. Gives me feedback from time to time. So thank you, Jason, for listening to the show as well.
All right, so jumping into everything Chicago, what we normally do when you guys aren't watching us is we go through Chicago news, what's going on in the Windy City, but we decided that you guys should also know what's going on in the city of Chicago. Like, who here lives in Chicago? Okay, great. So, like, a couple of you. Great. Wonderful. So you guys should also know what's going on in the city, not just us. So we're going to ask some questions. We're going to take some volunteers to shout out. So please let us know if you literally are living under a rock and have no idea what's going on. Thank you. We were waiting on
You got
these
shots for us.
Okay,
That's awesome.
so today is Election Day. Who voted?
Oh.
Yeah, apparently that's really what
That's
happened.
horrible.
Chicago had like some of the lowest numbers of voters this year.
So actually, I read online today, this election is the lowest turnout for Chicago voters in history. Give it up for you guys for that. The lowest ever in history.
And what's crazy is it's literally such an important year to get out there and vote because it's the first year that the mayoral candidate has been up and we haven't gotten Rahm Emanuel. We have somebody else to put in office, and Chicago just plumb let us down. 14 candidates were on the ballot today. 14. That was like a record high. Can anybody name 3?
Can anyone name three?
Can anyone name
we want,
three?
We
Anybody?
want someone to come up here and name three. Don't say them out loud, please. We want one person to come up and name three. Can anyone in the audience name
Who
three?
thinks they can name three?
Come on up here. What's your name? Come on up here.
Here we go.
Let's do it. I think this might work there.
Yeah, it works.
There you go.
It's just like scooting over.
Scoot on over, buddy. That's all good. What's your name, my man?
Kyle.
Say it to the
Hi.
microphone.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Kyle.
Oh, it's not on. Where are you from, Kyle? Oh, sorry.
I am from Chicago.
You're from Chicago. Awesome.
And I did
Did
vote
you vote?
today. I voted today.
Get it.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Preckwinkle, McCarthy, Daly, Alaya, I believe.
Oh, you're gonna go for 4?
And
I have a list here. I'm cheating. Sorry.
there's like 10 more.
10 more. You don't have
Oh,
to name. You only have to name
got
three.
it. Yay!
You got it right.
You know who's winning?
Before we let you go, are you willing to say who you voted for?
Ooh.
I voted for Preckwinkle
Why is that?
because she's a badass and she had the support of the public schools.
Awesome. Support the
Awesome.
schools. I love it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So we would take it out and vote, but it's too late. You guys failed us. Thanks a lot.
So the thing I want to do before we hop off this topic, did anyone notice that there was literally not one single Republican candidate today for Chicago mayor race? Did anyone know that? Was there one? Who was it? Is he going to win? So I guess I'm wrong, 100%. But no, I was reading about it, and they said there was no true Republican candidate, which makes me think of why is that?
Because Chicago is ready for Democrat.
Well, they always have been, but I felt like, not to say who cares
Always.
Republican, but like, how are you going to have a mayor race with no or minimal Republican candidates? What's up with that?
I don't know the answer.
I don't have the answer to
This
it
is
either.
above my pay grade.
That's a big problem, though.
Yeah. Well, no, is it?
It's a huge problem. Chicago's in a lot of debt. We have no money. When you have like a competitive balance of like
All we're
what's
going to do
going on,
is make weed legal and solve all of our money issues.
that what's
Didn't
gonna
you
happen?
know?
Yeah.
Didn't you know that's what we're doing?
they need to. I'd be
Cait,
cool with that.
2020. Thank you.
I'd be cool with that.
All right, so moving on to a different topic.
Let's do it. All right, so we haven't talked about it. I'm surprised that Brew With You or Sensible People didn't bring this up. We got to talk about R.Kelly, guys. We have to talk about R.Kelly. I don't want to, but he's from Chicago. It's been a crazy run. It's been a crazy couple weeks for Chicago.
Yeah, definitely.
Us in the media, it hasn't been projected a positive light on Chicago in the media the last
But
few
when
weeks.
you normally Google Chicago in the media, it's like killing. So does R. Kelly go above that? I don't know.
I don't know. But basically, ever since the Surviving R. Kelly documentary debut, he's not stayed out of the media. Can anyone tell us the most recent updates of his case? Don't say it. We need somebody to come up here.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Somebody
not
has
you.
to
You
fill
already
us
did it.
in. Something broke
Who else
today.
knows what's going on?
Something
Or-
broke today. Yeah. Well,
Or
like
at least in the
night
last
slash
couple
today.
days, what's going on?
I just know that he was arrested finally.
He was arrested for what? Yeah, he was arrested. Yes. Does anybody know any other updates? Something broke this morning. Come on up. Come on up. Tell us about R. Kelly.
Come on here. Come on up, buddy.
Well, sorry. Introduce yourself.
I'm Andrew, and R.Kelly went to McDonald's today.
He went to, yes. He actually did go to McDonald's today.
He did. So R. Kelly was arrested on 10 accounts of aggravated assault. He posted bail. A woman, believe it or not, posted his bail of $100,000, and he went straight to the McDonald's where he used to pick up and pry on young women months ago.
And then he went to a cigar bar for 3 hours and then came out and went home.
Yeah.
Bigger problem, why could R. Kelly not post his own bail? After all these years of all the songs he's had, Grammy Awards, money he's made, sold out tours, he did not have $100,000 of his own money to bail himself out of jail. Why is that?
Because all of his money right now has to go to an entourage to follow him and protect him, or he's going to get killed by someone's daddy.
That is true. But
Murdered.
if you ever notice, he never leaves Chicago. Well, he had like an overseas tour, which I guess didn't go that very far.
But all of his tours have been canceled recently.
Of course.
Yeah,
Why
that's
does he not
right.
have $100,000?
I don't know.
For all the money that he's made, it's very surprising. It's funny. It kind of gives me the illusion that I guess with social media, you can almost like be almost anything that you want to be, as opposed to like what you really are. It was very alarming that he did not have $100,000.
But also, hasn't he been spending all of his money in the past couple years covering up all of the bad things he's doing?
You would think so.
Yeah, because all these sex tapes that haven't gotten out, everything that hasn't gotten out, it's like, where's the money coming from for that?
100%. So, is R. Kelly finished? What's going to happen to him?
I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I love Chicago, but I feel like he's going to get off at this point.
You think he's going to get off?
I feel like they're going to find a way to let him go. He's already pleaded not guilty. I feel like something's going to happen. Someone's not going to testify. Something's going to happen, and I doubt he really serves time in jail.
So they have it recorded of him mentioning 14-year-old girls in videos.
But they had videos of him
I'm not going to
before.
say like what he was saying, but it was very damning evidence.
Yeah.
Do you guys think R. Kelly's finished or what?
What was that back there?
Who said? Somebody said he's finished. He's done?
Going to jail.
He needs to, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The problem
He
is,
needs to.
which is crazy to say, he got off on it once, years ago. He should have stopped. The fact that I think he felt invincible and kept going, I think karma's finally caught up to him.
I agree.
I
It's
agree.
sad.
It is sad.
That's the update in the R. Kelly case. Thank you for catching us up. Moving on to some basketball news. I'm not going to lie, we have not gotten to talk about basketball at all because the Bulls suck. That's really all there is to it. It's been super sad. But after an embarrassing loss to the Celtics back in December, 133-77, right at the firing of our coach, now we've came back and beat the Celtics on Saturday, 126-116. Zach LaVine had a career record scoring game. Does anybody know how many points he scored? 42. Very nice. He did. So it was an amazing game, but the question still stands. Even though Lori and Zach both were unstoppable, great games from the Bulls, like we had never even seen, beat the Celtics, which a couple weeks ago we wouldn't even thought possible. What's this mean for the Bulls now?
I don't think it means anything for the Bulls right now.
Nothing.
No, not at all. I think they still suck, unfortunately. They do suck. They have a long way to go. They're very hurt as a team. I don't really like their coach, unfortunately, so they just have a long way to go. But they'll be good in a couple of years, but it won't be any time in the next 2 years.
I don't know, because I feel like Lori and Zach really fell into a groove. I feel like they were unstoppable. They looked amazing, and like some other like sports commentators and even the coach of the Celtics was like, "This is the start of something great."
It could be.
It was hope, is what it was. It was hope. For
I
the
mean,
Bulls.
you'd hope the Bulls would be good. Like the Chicago Bulls haven't really been good since Michael Jordan days.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. That was a very long time ago.
We'll have to wait and see. Are the Bulls going to finish the season well?
Of course not, right?
No, I got
No.
some thumbs down in the back. That was depressing.
All right, so I guess of all Chicago teams, who's the best Chicago sports team right now? Who do you say go? White Sox. Dude, the White Sox are so bad that Manny Machado turned down their deal and wouldn't come here. Sorry. Just
I
being
don't know.
honest.
It's hard to say because who knows what the Cubs are really going to look like this summer without Addison Russell.
They don't need Addison Russell. They got Chris Bryant. They got Rizzo. I think the Cubs will be fine. Still off the team?
But as soon as Addison Russell was gone, they choked.
Yeah, I guess so. The Cubs had a run. They needed a break, but I think they'll be back this year for sure. 100%. We'll see.
We'll see.
Next, let's move on. Another one I didn't really want to have to talk about, but we have to talk about. And unfortunately, the story sprung in Chicago was the Jussie Smollett situation. What the hell happened with that?
Yeah, so Jussie Smollett framed his own assault in the very rough town of Streeterville. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so we have to know, like, do you buy that Jussie Smollett is doing this because of his money, his salary on Empire? Or do you think that there's something deeper? Anybody want to share with the crowd?
Who wants to share? We need somebody to come up and give their thoughts. Somebody in the
thoughts.
audience, please come up and give their thoughts.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say that no, it's not just the salary. It's something deeper. Something is going on. Like, I don't know what is
what, though?
psychologically wrong with somebody to fake a racial attack in Chicago, in Streeterville of all places. But I feel like something else is much deeper here.
But the crazy part is, even still today, he's still denying it. He's pled not guilty. Like, he's not saying that he actually did it. So what's the bigger message of it? I guess the problem is, what if it actually comes out that he was actually serious and this actually happened? How stupid would the media feel?
But they found the check.
I thought so too.
They found the check
But-
from the brothers, the Nigerian
And
brothers
he's still denying it.
that were in Malibu's Most Wanted. They got paid to jump him.
I know. Why would he pick Chicago? It was like a Monday night, 2 a.m., and a Subway
Why
right in
is he at Subway
Streeterville.
at 2 a.m.? That's what I want to know. Like, you're Jussie Smollett. You make bank. Why are you at Subway at 2
And
a.m.?
then some random guys are going to find him and be like, oh, you're the dude from Empire. And they already had like a noose and everything like waiting for him.
Right. I thought it was really interesting that what Chicago politician said that anybody wearing Make America Great hat again in Chicago was going to get shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
100%.
really rude.
That's very rude. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He should have known that there was holes in that story from the very beginning, and it blew up in his face. And now he's a joke of America. Poor guy, because I guess you kind of like the dude. But I think he's
Did
finished
you watch
now.
Empire?
I watched the first 2 seasons of Empire, but not much after that.
Yeah, I never.
You never watched it? You don't watch TV, though.
I don't. You're right.
All right, so side note, before we move on, Cait knows about literally everything going on in the world. She watches no TV. I don't know how you do it, but
I
you
don't
watch literally
like
no TV.
It's boring. There's a million
But
other
you know
things
about
you can
like everything that's going on.
do. Because I have an iPhone. I follow
An iPhone.
news.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you don't have to watch TV to get news. Do you watch the news?
Definitely not. Twitter is my news. That's where I get it from.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like news. Okay, so talking about some Chicago Bears, because we talked about sports earlier, it's finally been announced that we're going to make the necessary decision to part ways with Cody Parkey, our beloved kicker. Yeah, I don't know if we're happy or sad about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so really good question. How many kicks did Cody Parkey miss in the 2018 season? 11. Yes, 11
Who said
kicks.
11? It was you. Awesome. You knew that. We told you
11.
beforehand.
How many were against the Detroit Lions? That's the better question. 4.
The crazy part is, so just today, the San Francisco 49ers decided to franchise tag Robbie Gould so he cannot come back to the Chicago Bears.
Are you happy about
He cannot.
that?
You're happy about? Oh, okay.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Hey, I guess better
rude.
question
what
is,
are you doing here?
why did the Bears let Robbie Gould go in the first place? They screwed up. I know.
Yeah.
So now the 49ers are being petty and franchise tagged him just so he cannot go back to the Bears. It's actually a smart move by the 49ers.
It's very
Genius
smart.
move.
Because he would have come back. He was at the playoff game, like, laughing at us.
The crazy part is someone's going to sign Parkey for 100% for sure.
Absolutely.
He'll be
Absolutely.
fine.
And when he goes to a new team, maybe he'll practice at the fields.
You think so? Maybe not. So remember that day that they had, I don't know if you guys remember, they had a day where they did a bunch of kicks at like a random ass field in Chicago. Literally no one made it. You could have got like free beer
It was
for a
Goose
year.
Island Brewery.
Yeah,
What
no one made
random-ass
it.
field are you talking about?
No one made a kick.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because he's a professional kicker. Like, okay, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Like, you're a kicker. You have one job. I don't care if it's 43 yards or 10 yards. You're a kicker. I am not going to make that kick. Hands down, bar none. There's no amount of free beer in the world that's going to make me make that kick.
And
but
clearly,
that's your job.
no one else made it either.
I also don't make the money as Cody Parkey, so
I think it's paid like $5 million a year to kick.
yeah,
to kick
he's
the
one
ball.
of the best paid kickers in the NFL.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Lastly, moving on before we get off of everything Chicago, we got to do a little baseball. We talked about Manny Machado a little bit earlier. We got to talk Bryce Harper. So, is this true or not? I'm not 100% positive. How much money allegedly did the White Sox offer Bryce Harper this past week to come to their team? Does anyone know? Is that true? I heard
Did you
400
just
million.
Google
too.
it? Did
I know you got
just-
your phone right there.
This is like trivia, and you're cheating.
But the question is, why has he not accepted a $400 million contract if that was actually true?
I couldn't tell you. I don't understand, like, with him and Machado, I literally don't understand why we're this close to spring training and we still, well, now we know where Machado is, but we still don't know where two of our key players in the MLB are. Like,
I have
what,
no idea.
Like, what is this? Is this a trend that we're going to see going forward?
I know it's very close to the season starting, spring training is going on. Bryce Harper still doesn't have a team. I've never heard of that before. It's
where's he
kinda
gonna
crazy.
go?
I think he's going to go to the Phillies. I'm not sure why he hasn't signed yet, but it sounds like all systems go toward the Phillies. The Phillies are actually going to be good. Philadelphia, they've done a lot. They're a much better team. He's probably going to go there.
I think that's, like, what all the tabloids are saying. Does anybody think he's going to go anywhere but the Phillies? Dodgers?
I don't know about the Dodgers.
Cubs? Yeah, definitely the Cubs.
He should have went to the Cubs, but he didn't. I'm not sure why, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's Phillies.
I thought he could have went to the Yankees because everyone goes to play for the Yankees.
Interesting. I
I'm
guess
not
we'll have to
sure.
see. When do you think it'll be announced?
It has to be within the next week. I mean, spring training has already started. He has to have a team within the next week, right? You would think so.
Right. Hopefully by our next episode, we'll be able to announce.
I guess we'll think so. 100%. So that's everything Chicago. We're going to get some quick hits here. Before we get out of here, you go first. What do we got?
Okay, so what trend in music in 2019 do you want to see continue?
So the trend in music that I think that I want to see continue is the fact that hip-hop music has finally become literally like the mainstream genre of music. If you haven't noticed, like you look at the Billboard charts, like all hip-hop, like a lot of the hip-hop artists are up there. I think it's a great, great trend right now that's going on. And I hope that it continues. I think it's great music. I think rap is in a great place. And I think in the mainstream forefront, I'm proud that it's number one right now. What do you think?
Okay. I want to see smaller projects. I like that all these rappers are putting out smaller projects. I didn't like it at the beginning, but now I'm with it because they're putting out music more constantly. We're seeing more music from our artists that we like, and I want to see it continue. I'm cool with smaller albums with like 6 songs at a time.
6 songs is like nothing. That's almost like an EP.
Right. They should be able to drop like 2 of those a year.
One thing I'll tell you what I want to end, but I'll get to that in a minute. 6 songs is a little light, but maybe 10 and 12 is cool.
6. 6 every 6 months. I'm down with it.
So what do you want to see in terms of a trend in music in 2019?
Lil Pump, Lil Xan, Tekashi 6ix9ine, all of them.
Why?
Get them away.
Why?
Because I hate them.
Why do you hate them?
It's not good music. What is this crap?
So who do you want to hear?
I want to hear J. Cole. I want to hear conscious rappers that have something to say. Not just like little kids that tattoo on their face.
But you got to listen to them for like what it is. Like they make music for the clubs.
Crap? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the clubs. Crap
the
music
clubs.
for the clubs.
Okay, so what do you not want to see in 2019?
So what I want to see in is the long albums. That last year in 2018 was like, there's a lot of albums that were like over 20 plus songs. Like Ray Srimmer had like a 30-song album. I don't ever want to hear them make 30
But
plus
did you listen
songs.
to every one of those songs?
Yes.
Every single one?
I was very mad. So Chris Brown had a 45-song album.
Way excessive.
It was awesome.
That's way too much.
It was awesome, but I'm mad at him for making me sit through 45 freaking songs.
So why do you want to see more of it?
I don't want to see more of it. Don't do that ever again. I'll listen to it, but it makes me mad that they do that.
It's too long.
I think
What's your attention span?
I say like 10 to 14 songs is perfect for an album.
And how often should they drop that?
Maybe once a year.
Okay.
What do you think?
So how's that different from 6 songs twice a year?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're confusing me now.
You're such a man.
Switching, so if you haven't, with the NBA is going on right now, like there's a lot of retirement tours going on. Dwayne Wade's retiring, Dirk Nowitzki retiring, but even outside of that, if you watch the NBA, every single game, there's jersey swaps going on. And one of my best friends, Travis, is a high school coach in Lansing, and they're doing jersey swaps after every game. Like the best players, after the game, they shake hands, they take off their jerseys, and are doing jersey swaps, and they take pictures. Should this trend end, and why the hell is everyone swapping jerseys after the game?
You don't like it? We're getting
I don't
some
like it
views.
either.
I like it too.
Why?
I like it too because I think that we forget, like athletes, we forget that they actually like each other. Like, they're not just like rivals. They're not just enemies. Like, they're lovers of the game, and so they should support other people, like, for being skilled, for being good at the game. So I think it shows, like, admiration between players and between teams. At the end of the day, like, yes, they're in competition, but I think it's cool to show, like, I really like this player.
No, I think you guys are living in a time of, like, everyone gets along. No, this is like an athletic sport. No. You shouldn't like your opponent. Like, you want to beat them and then tell them to F off after. Like, not take off our jersey and go take a picture together. Like, good playing with you. What is
some
this?
of these players are playing, like, the greats, like, people that they looked up to, like, the reason they got into the sport. So that's not cool?
That's a little different. Okay,
like,
Dirk,
their
D-Wade,
enemy?
I get that. They're legends. But when I hear high school kids are swapping jerseys.
Okay, yeah, well, high school kids.
I don't know. My friend in Lansing, he's a high school coach. He says after every game, the best players swap jerseys and take pictures. And they get that from the simple fact that NBA players are doing it, so it's like a new trend that's going on. That shit's got to stop. It's like taking away the competitive balance. Like, do you want to win or do you want to take pictures? Pick one.
Okay, but what if they're like going pro? What if they're like awesome high school kids? Does that make a difference?
No.
Oh. I don't watch high school sports because I'm an adult. So
All right, if I lose a game to this one, if I lose a game to my rival, I'm not gonna take off my jersey, take his, and take a picture with it, and like, yay, you beat me, awesome game. No,
I'm
that's
not
fucking
gonna play high
stupid.
school basketball anytime
Well,
soon.
not even
so
high
that's
school,
like null and
just a
void
sports
for
team.
me.
He agrees with me. So clearly, you think it's okay to swap jerseys.
I mean,
it's
not in
corny.
high school, but I think in the NBA,
Thank you.
I think in
He was
pro,
with me.
absolutely. Why
Thank
not?
you. Speaking of, since we're on the NBA right now, it's been a crazy season. Who the hell is going to win the 2019 NBA championship? Who do you got?
Did someone say the Bulls? I'm so sad for you. It's Golden State. If you didn't know, it's going to be Golden State.
Are you still picking Golden State?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I think that they're not going to win this season. I feel like something's missing, something's off. They're playing well right now, but I feel like it's going to be a wild card team that's going to win the NBA championship, and it's going to be somebody out the Eastern Conference. Whether it's Philadelphia, whether it's Boston, whether it's Toronto, I think Golden State's definitely losing this season. I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say Boston's going to win the NBA championship. They're going to figure it out.
I don't
it's
know
not
about the
gonna
Boston
be Golden
team that
State.
played
They're
the
gonna
Bulls
figure
on
it out.
Saturday.
It's just the regular season. I'm going with Boston to win the championship.
Okay.
I think Golden State's going to blow it this year.
I'm going Golden State.
Jason, I know you got Golden State for sure. 100%.
Absolutely. Okay, so obviously we talked about on the last episode, Bernie Sanders put in his name for the 2020 election. Someone is going to go up against Trump. Who do you want to see that be?
Well, I don't want to see being Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
I'll give you that. Unfortunately, I do like Bernie. I think like
Does anybody want Bernie Sanders to be president? I'm saying like some is. Like he's old, right? Yeah, he's old.
He got a lot of funding. What did he get? Like $6 million donated in like the first
He
24
got a
hours?
lot of money.
Which
like,
is
right off
weird.
the bat. There are some Bernie followers.
But think about it. Do you really want your president of the United States to be like 85 years old?
Okay, but listen, did you know Trump's 72?
Yes.
I mean, he's old too.
Yes.
Okay, just making that.
I
just,
get it.
Just making sure everybody knows. I don't know.
I think he's great. He's an amazing person. I feel like 25 years ago he'd be perfect. But
we
I don't want my
wouldn't have been,
president.
we wouldn't have been woken up.
All right, so imagine he does like
25
this.
years ago.
Imagine he does like the State of the Union address and has like a heart attack like one day. Like what are you gonna do?
This isn't even the question we were supposed to be asking. Who do you want to see run for president?
All right, who do you want to see? Let's see who you have first.
Oprah, 2020.
Oprah?
No, she's not gonna run.
definitely
Let's
not
be
running.
honest. She's like, got the O network. She's busy. But I think Elizabeth Warren. She's already put in her name. I think she's gonna be a great candidate. I think she's gonna be the only woman that could go up against Trump.
Unfortunately, I feel like we're at a point right now that no matter who runs, I don't know. From what I've seen in 2016, I feel like Donald Trump's gonna win in 2020 no matter what. And I don't want it to happen. I think it'd be a terrible idea. But I've learned that you can't take people seriously. And there's a lot of people in middle America who really likes what Trump's doing. Don't ask me
There's
how
a lot of
they
people
do.
in general that really like Trump.
I feel like no matter what,
They don't listen to our
win.
podcast, but
He's going to win again.
yeah.
So I don't necessarily care who's going to run because I don't think anybody who's actually going to win that can actually beat him right now.
That's all. That's all we're going to say about Trump. Although I didn't really understand the rules of Sensible People's Game, that it was like a lie detector, and the question that I submitted wasn't a yes or no question, but I was really proud of it, and I said, for Mandy, yes, thank you, fuck one, kill one, marry one, and I did Tay, Rock Dog, or Raw Dog, and Trump, and so I just want you to answer that. I feel like you have to come up here. We have to hear this in the mic. It's very serious, Mandy. It's a very serious question. Like I got emotionally involved.
It was the best question of the pack.
But it wasn't like true or false.
Right, but no, here we go. Oh, walk away. Walk away. Okay, so blatantly I would marry Tay.
Yeah.
You got a gold star there with Tay.
Tay's a good
Record
kid.
that.
Except for the
Say's a
booger
good-
thing earlier. That was weird.
That is weird, B. What's going on with the booger thing? But anyway, okay, so I'd marry Tay. Oh, toss up, but I would have to.
Trump.
I don't want to get a disease from you, but I'll get a disease.
You are Raw Dog
I'll
Ryan.
Fuck Raw, and then I'll kill Trump, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's awesome. Thanks for playing, Amanda. Well, on that note, let's get into Robert Kraft.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to say it. Please don't kill me. His wife died. He just won the Super Bowl. He just wanted a little love, man. He just wanted a little love.
Okay, but like, do you guys know like what happened? Like
Just
Robert
wanna-
Kraft, owner of the Patriots, got busted in a prostitution ring in Florida.
Well, not even that. He doubled down. I saw the report. He wanted 2 girls. He doubled down. It said he solicited 2 girls. And not even that. He came back a second time that same day. Hey, Robert Kraft is living his best life. Come on, man. All right, I get the principle, but let him.
All I'm
live.
gonna say is it's gonna take Super Bowl money to have sex with Robert Kraft.
Exactly. Like what normal girl in their right mind is gonna hook up with him? So he just had to pay for it. You think so? You think there's a lot? I'm not sure, but let him
So
live.
you're saying he gets a freebie because his wife died?
A, he's rich as shit. 2,
Oh, okay,
he
so
just
he has
won a
money.
Super Bowl for like the millionth time.
I just feel like he should
His
just
wife
signed up
passed.
for SugarDaddy.com like the rest of them and done it the real way.
He had a deal. Well, they said he paid like $79 or something already. He had a
What
deal.
was he getting?
I don't know. So what do you think? Does he get a free pass or no?
No, absolutely not.
No?
Keep it in your pants.
Oh, come on.
SugarDaddy.com. What's your
Gotcha.
price? You could have figured it out.
I got you.
Okay, so who watched the Oscars this past Sunday? Okay, yeah, I know. Brew With You. They were very into it. So really exciting. Spike Lee finally won an Oscar for Black Klansman. I think his reaction was the best, and like Samuel L. Jackson's reaction was the best. It was such an awesome thing to watch. So what's your favorite Spike Lee movie?
My favorite Spike Lee movie, looking through the history, was 100% He Got Game. And because that movie was awesome. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to say that. That movie was dope. Yeah.
I did.
Because I remember when I was a kid, I was like, it made me want to go to college. Like, if I go to college, He Got Game was like my story of college. It was like, he was a good basketball player, get to hook up with girls. It was a great story. So
That
I'm
was like
going
your
He Got
American
Game.
dream.
100% American Dream.
Good.
What do you got?
Do the Right Thing. That was one of my favorites. Very good movie. Also, Django was very good, but I feel like that was the basic answer.
I know, there was a lot of, he's actually had a lot of good movies.
He's had
It's
a
crazy
lot
that
of
he
good
never
movies.
won an Academy Award until this weekend. That's crazy.
Anyone else? Anyone else have one that we didn't mention?
Malcolm X was a good movie,
Malcolm
too.
X. That was a good movie.
That was a good
Ooh,
movie, too.
Inside Man. He had a ton of movies. I can't believe he didn't win
That's
an
why it's
Oscar.
surprising he never won an Oscar until this weekend.
Awesome. It was like a feel-good moment. That was like a bro-man's moment.
Last one that we're going to get to before Clown of the Week. So, Bebe Rexha, interesting story. She released the very provocative, I guess she had a music video for her latest single, Last Hurrah. On Monday, she said a text screenshot from her father to her Instagram story in which she told her, "You better stop posting stupid pornography because you make me sick. I can't take this anymore. Embarrassed to go in public everywhere I can go. I'm very upset with you. I can't believe it." Now, her fans have gone nuts on her dad for saying such things, and I guess her Bebe is actually standing up for her father. Should fathers or even parents in general have a say in a celebrity's life on social media?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, you need to back up. Like, there was this documentary I watched with like Beyonce's dad once, and she was doing the photo shoot for one of her cover albums. She was literally half naked, and he said, "I have to walk away and let her do her thing." Like, Bebe Rexha has more money than you could ever imagine. Like, it's no shame to you. Like, if somebody says something, you need to be like, "Listen, she got bank. Like, get over it. It has nothing to do with you."
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think Bebe Rexha is amazing. She's beautiful. I would marry her. But that's a side note. But I think
I told you he was going to say that. Yeah. We
Bebe
talked
Rexha-
about this ahead of time.
Bebe Rexha is awesome. Her father's out of line for that. Obviously, they have much deeper issues going on outside of what's going on. But I think at the end of the day, she makes a lot of money. She's a Grammy-nominated artist. He needs to back up. Just take the money and enjoy life as it is. Like, what does he want her to do? Like, stop what she's doing and be a normal person?
And a lot of the times, like, they don't really have a say in the way the
100%.
videos are framed, the way their brand is presented. Like, she's got people that take care of all that. She pretty much just shows
100%.
up.
I think Daddy needs to back up and go find a hobby.
Agreed.
He's just jealous.
Agreed. Okay, so jumping into our Clown of the Week. So this is who's taking an L this week, and mine absolutely has to go to Soulja Boy. If you don't know, Soulja Boy has been, like, gone. Yeah, you Soulja Boy has been gone from the news for like years and years and years. Nobody knew who he was. Then all of a sudden he was back on the Breakfast Club saying that he made Drake. And then now all of a sudden he's in the media. He's like the #1 meme trending. And he's dating Black China, which was like really random. Like two people who are irrelevant. Like, why are you dating? And then, newsflash, they broke up. And he went to Twitter and said, I just wanted to know what the pee felt like. That's what he said on Twitter. And I just feel like that's ridiculous. And then everybody called him out and said that he like apologized on Twitter, and he said that Black China stole his phone and apologized for him. Like, Soulja Boy, your moment is up. Like, this was the closest you were going to have to fame, because she's like the closest to a Kardashian that he could get. And so I feel like this was the best he was going to have in years, and now he's gotten rid of it, and it's over, and just need to let it go. So he's my clown of the week. You're not good enough for Black China. Like, come on.
So I think he's doing this on purpose, since Tekashi 6ix9ine is now in jail, as you all know. So I think he's trying to take that role of Tekashi 6ix9ine on social media. It's all a troll.
Like troll?
He's a troll act. It's all a trolling. Don't believe anything he says.
I don't.
You shouldn't. I
think he's probably heartbroken.
It's all an act. He'll be okay.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, because like he's definitely going to have like an awesome album coming out.
No,
he's definitely like an amazing artist.
Definitely not.
You. Okay, who's your clown?
My clown of the week, unfortunately, for people here, has to go to the city of Chicago.
That's you.
And our low turnout rate for voting in the election today. For the simple fact that in 2019, everyone here, you guys are all a part of it if you live in Chicago, we have the lowest voter turnout in history. Lowest ever voter turnout in history for the election. I think you guys should all clap it up for yourselves that you're that low right now.
It's okay. Terrible.
The city of Chicago is so bad that they told Rahm Emanuel he cannot run for re-election. He's not running again. We have 14 new candidates, and no one cared. It was said there was less than 100,000 people turned out for voting today. How many people are in Chicago? Millions, right? 3 million, right?
Like,
less than 100,000 people turned out for voting today. That's crazy. You know what's going to happen? People are going to complain. They're going to talk about taxes. Mm-hmm. They're going to say, like, they're always going to complain about something. But at the end of the day, no one got out and voted. I think that's a little disappointing. I'm to blame. You're probably to blame. We're all to blame, too, though.
Well,
the clown of the week goes to the city of Chicago. We did not do our job, but hopefully someone is the right person to help fix what's going on. It probably is going to happen. Chicago's screwed. I think it's just funny. Like, taxes keep going up. Whenever they think they're going to fix something, they just raise taxes and think they're going to fix the problem, and it just makes it worse. So
I'm telling you, weed. Make weed legal.
Weed actually could be sort of a logical fix, but there's people up top who don't want that to happen, surprisingly. So I'm not sure if that'll happen.
And we can't vote them out without your help.
100%. So Clown of the Week goes to you guys, City of Chicago, but we do love you as well. But thank you, once again, thank you all to SafeHouse Chicago for having us here tonight. Thank you to 100%. This is the first time we've done live podcasts before. This is the very first time we actually put on our own, so this is a great starting point. We thank you. Shout out to Brew With You. Shout out to Sensible People. Give it up to them as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys nailed it.
Shout out to our MC. Shout out to Kelly, our producer. Shout out to Matt, the sound guy. You guys killed it. And thank you guys for joining us. It
100%.
was a blast.
So stay for a while, get some more drinks. We thank you all for joining us. There'll be more live shows to come. If you do not listen to podcasts, please start. It's the wave of the future. But once again, we all thank you for coming out. This is B.Hun.
And Cait.
There you go. Alternative Effect Chicago. Thank you all. We appreciate it. 79.